Welcome, in front of me is a HUAWEI P40 and today I'll show you a couple of tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So we're going to begin with the ambient display that I can find in the settings under home screen and wallpaper right at the top right here. So you can number one enable it right here by just checking that on, and then also you have option to either set it so it enables itself in a specific time period. So here by default it looks like it's from 7 till 11. So during the day, but you can change it to something during the night, or if you want all day, like that by checking this on. And also if you tap below here, you have an option to customize it further. So you have quite good range of different clocks and just styles that you can use, as you can see. So choose the one that you want. You also, I believe, if you log in, you should have a option to download more, but I don't see it right here. I'm gonna stick with this one, looks fairly nice. So just check that on, and now if I lock the device, you'll immediately see that it will be right here. So that's basically all the ambient display does. And well, apart from what it's showing right now, if you get some notification, it will also display that you got a notification, so you'll be able to see it by a number or however it's being displayed here. Haven't really seen any, so don't exactly know how that looks. Okay. So moving on, we're gonna go into the split screen option, which in this phone it took a little bit of a different turn. So normally as you use the split screen, you would just kind of launch up one app and then go into recent and just tap on the button on the side, kind of like the old HUAWEI said it. Whoops. And kind of want to show what I mean, so give me a moment. So let's just launch something like music, and as you will see on the old one, you have this little button right here. You tap on it and it opens it up in split screen and then allows you to open other ones. So that's gone on the newer HUAWEI device, as you can see. And now what you have to do is slide from the side and hold it, and it pops out this panel. And from here you can add an app that you want. Now I only have pre-installed apps right here, so not much of a choice, but let's just add a couple of them. And as you can see, there is now more of them. And I just kind of tapped by mistake, so let's go back to it. So you have now an option of having 3 apps at the same time. And what you want to do is, for instance, if you want music, you just kind of grab it and drag it, but apparently music is not supported, so of course I had to pick the one that is not supported by this. Hello. Or do I launch like this? Oh, there we go. So I have to grab 2 apps and then just slide one over the other. So just tap on cancel, cool, got it, whatever, later. And then you can actually slide it back out the panel and also add a 3rd app by actually simply tapping on it. And you can see that it creates an overlay over the 2 other ones, and just have a draggable window that it can move around. Sometimes I think you can also resize it, but well, this isn't the time. But you can make it full screen if you want to by just tapping on the button right there. And when you go back, it just hides back up. Okay, so let's just close this. Now, moving on, we're gonna go into the animation speed, which simply just allows you to change the animation speed of all the animations on your device. And to do this, we will need to first enable the developer options, assuming they're not enabled. So let's go into System and Updates, then, oh, it doesn't look like it's here. There we go, About Phone, I meant. And we're looking for build number, so it's right at the top right here. Tap on that 7 times and then you get a message, you are now a developer. So let's go back and try to find the developer options. So it doesn't look like they're here. I think it's going to be easier just to search for it. There we go. And from here you want to scroll down in the developer options to right over here. So you have the window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. and you can just set all of them to 0.5, and this will reduce the animations by basically twice as much. And once you're done, quit, and that's it. Now the animations have been changed, and as you can see, they're way snappier than they were previously. Everything works really fast. So, and also as you can see, you can actually go back to your split screen because it keeps it together until you close it, of course. And moving on, we're gonna go into the dark mode, which because the device is now on Android 10, you have the Android's version of dark mode. So you just need to pull down the notification panel, and you have this toggle right here. Tap on it, and everything goes into dark mode. So all the panels will be in dark mode. Also apps like this. When it comes down to keyboard, you can change the theme of the keyboard if you want to have it basically the same style like the dark one. But yeah, as you can see, settings is in a dark mode, browser, your phone, basically all the stock apps are, and majority of the apps that you will probably install that have decent support will most likely also have support for the dark mode. And if you're not a fan of dark mode, you can just disable it or enable it at any time you want here. And also with the dark mode, you'll be saving a little bit of battery, because anything that is in a dark background, or well, precisely black background. So if we go into the settings like we are right now, all the background besides the text and the grayish lines is basically not being lit up, so thus it saves the battery. Yeah. And moving on, we're gonna go into the simple mode, which is more designed for all the people a bit elderly that just have a little bit more problem using a smartphone. So to get started, let's go into the settings and gonna search for it. There we go. So it's system, simple mode, and you get this kind of like image of how it will look like. You can tap on enable, and there we go. So you have all these gigantic apps now with just the layout a little bit more, a little bit bigger and easier to view. Also, as you can see, the dialer, you have gigantic letters and stuff like that. So it does help with usability for people that aren't. Oh wait, it actually has buttons, I didn't realize. So as you can see, it also switches it to button, which I didn't know. So you don't have to add gesture navigation. I assume you can change it in the settings or not. Wait, no, there. So you can do it. And here if you probably really wanted to. And as you can see, also the settings is fairly stock unless you go into the more settings. And here there's also the button to exit simple mode right here, so you just tap on that to go back to normal, and everything falls back to how it was before. And one last thing that I wanted to show is the way for you to get back the old buttons. So not everybody likes the navigation gestures. Now I'm personally a fan of it, I really enjoy it. It just makes it a bit cleaner, but if you're one of those people that prefers to have the typical buttons, you can go into the settings and then to system and updates and system navigation, and just switch it back to 3-key navigation, and this will bring up the typical well-known buttons. So if you found these very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.